Yo, right now you're listening to Nothing Major, Nothing Mad, just a Nothing But Music podcast. We got myself, Benzo, in the building, and my brother H. Yo, back again, episode 44, Nothing But Music podcast. We got everyone supporting. We're back. Got a special guest today. H, you saying you good?
We're here, man. We're good. It's been a long day, long 2 months,
Yeah,
but it's our big return, and we got none other than
Sean Country, boy. Big up for
make some noise.
boy. Love for pulling up.
Yeah, man.
Come through, show the man in
Come
love.
on,
You get me?
bro.
So yeah, how you doing? You good?
Pattern, bro. I'm alright, man. Sometimes stressed, but more blessed. You know what I mean?
Bless.
Yeah, trust me.
So break down like what you do. I know you're not just an artist. So what else do you do?
No, I'm a producer first and foremost, man. Like, at the end of the day, I'm just on beats and getting songs done. Like, do you know what I mean? I want to be known as the guy, like, you want to hit or you want to bang or you want your shit to come correct, then come to this guy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to pattern it, bro.
You think producers are like, underappreciated right now in the scene, as would you say, or would
Do you
say,
know
like,
what?
they're getting more of a buzz, more limelight?
It depends kind of what kind of social like group you're kind of in, innit, to be fair. Because in some circumstances it is that sometimes, like, fuck them, man, like, just run a beat off YouTube. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then there's other things like the producer is respected, like certain man know that you go to certain man or before a tune drops, if you know that it's produced by my man, and you're like, it's gonna bang.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Got that clout.
Come on, bro. So it's like, at the end of the day, like, without the beats, where's the music?
Exactly.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
But break down what producing is, because it's not just like beat making. It's more like just producing a song. Or am I wrong? Or what
yeah,
else is
I'd say like, you got beat makers, innit?
it? Yeah.
Like myself, I'm a producer, I'd say. Like, necessarily, like, some guys are like just good at making loops, innit? Some guys are good at making beats and they're not good at making a connection or making it to like where it goes to the studio or where it gets to the point where it's mastered and then it's getting dropped. Do you see what I'm saying? And they're not seeing the whole process through. They're not there in the studio telling my man, yo, say it like this, say it a bit more character or this and that. Or wait for the hi-hat to drop out and come back in. Or, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The detail.
Like, and it's like, you can mold beats, innit? A producer, you can mold beats. Like, I could sit making beats and it could be like, I could make 10 beats. I could be like, right, 4 of these beats could go to such and such, 2 could go to such and such. This is a such and such type beat.
Yeah.
And then you could come to them with like a idea for a direction of the song. Do you see what I'm saying? And then once they've got their bars and all that and they lay it down and you're there in the process, that's producing. Like, producing is also taking Joe Bloggs' guitar loop from down the road that works at fucking Cash Generator. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, just
taking his
random.
fucking loop that he made on guitar, putting your own drums. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right, go find another loop that he paid for, something like that. Then make some other shit up, put some 808s on it. See what I'm saying? Then you got your beat. Like, that's producing. Like, certain beat makers, they're just making beats. And sometimes the beats ain't got enough space for the artist. Do you know
What do you mean?
Like, the beats are hard, yeah, but you can't imagine a rapper on them.
I hear that. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it hasn't got enough.
It's hard, man.
Yeah.
It slaps, but it's like, where's man supposed to rap?
So how
on
do you kind of figure that out? How do you know that, okay, this is a beat that's actually made for an artist, whereas like compared to this is a beat that just sounds good to listen to?
Do you know what? It's timing of your craft as well, innit? You know, like the whole 10,000 hours, like, understanding of your craft. It's kind of like that. It's kind of like you kind of got to work through the process of knowing how to find your beat making process and all this and that. But then again, there's room for beats that haven't got no space in them. But when you make space in a beat, you're making room for the artist because the artist is an instrument in themselves. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you just got to have that whole process in mind that you're not just making a beat for it to slap to play to your brethren and then way there.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You're making a beat so when such and such artist comes in,
It's essentially a canvas, isn't it?
yeah, bro.
Yeah.
All your job is to fucking make the beat so fucking the people want to listen to the thing for 3 minutes 20. Do you know what I mean? Like that's your job.
Yeah, but you know it's crazy. Some songs are even shorter than that now. The average song.
Of course, man, because these like millennials, the 8-second fucking melodies and that, bro.
Yeah.
TikTok generation.
I don't even like that too tough, you know. Whenever I start on a song, I'm trying to get into it, and then suddenly it's done. It's just like, bro, you can't even give me time to even digest the song.
No, I'm finding myself, like, my own attention span, I think, definitely decreased. Like, I don't
but
really...
that's because the substance is lacking a bit.
You're capping though, because if you drop to freestyle.
If you drop the freestyle, if you drop the tape, I'm listening to that, innit? But then, like, at the same time,
Yeah,
like...
but Potter's strong. everyone knows Potter's about this
Yeah,
life.
you can't...
Do you know what I mean?
You know, yeah.
Potter's about this life.
It speaks for itself.
But like you said about the artist being an instrument, because you see that Young Thug and that. The way his voice
Unknown
is.
T as well. Yeah, Young Thug,
like,
Unknown
Young
T.
Thug, my man hits him. Like,
Yeah.
I'll be real, like, only he can get away with that, you get what I'm saying? Whereas certain man, other sounds as well, like Unknown T, you get what I'm saying? It's all different.
No, I don't mind if the tune's 240.
What do you mean?
So I'm saying, like, if you make the tune 240 minutes,
Oh.
like 2 minute 40, I can fuck with that. Like 2 minute 40, innit? Like a lot of tunes.
That's okay,
fine,
but then
tunes,
a minute 40, that's ridiculous, bro.
But a lot of guys are like, I was in the studio last night, a session last night, bro. Finished like 2 in the morning, yeah. And my man wanted to cut out, and that he was thinking, because I made him rewrite the verse and that. I was like, basically, he wrote the whole song. He come to me, and I don't say my man's name. We work, like, we're good.
yeah.
Like, he's my people's.
Yeah.
So like, my man's like done. He's come to me with a song. He's rapped the song, and then I've been like, basically, took all the good bits from the song, from all 3 verses, and then shoved them all into the first verse. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's like, so now your first verse is slapping, hitting hard.
Yeah.
And now you got to make your fucking second ones run
Come
through the
correct,
same way,
yeah,
and then you
yeah.
got the third one, bro.
That
And then my
extends
man
the
was
song.
trying to pattern up for the third one for about fucking 45 minutes. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then like, then he was like, and he's ready to cut out. I was like, bro, you got stabs and ad-libs, bro. Like, fuck that, bro. We got hits to make. Like, my man wants these 4 tunes done. You got to slap these up, bro. The 1 tune today, 3 more this week. That's calm. Like, don't fall behind. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
also like motivating man as well. It's like coaching, innit? Do you know what I mean?
That's interesting, man.
I'm not trying to preach or nothing like that, but once you got a relationship with man, to a certain extent, where it's like, do you know what I mean, with people, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you can talk to man a certain way and be like, yo, don't slack, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I feel like not a lot of producers do that. Like, not a lot of beat makers, producers, whatever you want to call it.
No, they just sit back and they want
Yeah,
the
they
background.
just, yeah, exactly.
And they want the
They'll just
clout
chill
of it
and let
and
you spit whatever and say, all right, calm.
Yeah, as long as the
Yeah,
tune's
check
done.
it.
Yeah, as long as the tune's done and that. And some of these man, I'm not just trying to just fucking, like, just produce the beat either. Like, I'm trying to be like on some Dr. Dre shit. Like, I'm trying to mix and master this shit too. Like,
Yeah.
I've experimented with this, like, with my EP that's coming out as well. Like, I've experimented with it in such ways, like, trying to get that, you know, that chronic 2001 type Christmas.
No, we'll get to that. Yeah,
The Christmas of that mix and, like, you see, like, certain other man, they're just, like, they ain't even mixing the shit.
A lot of
Certain man
aren't
don't even mix
students
their
of
own
the game.
beats.
A lot of men aren't students of the game. You've seen that someone that can even reference Dr. Dre, that means that you've spent time listening
Yeah,
to
come
older
on.
stuff.
Yeah.
Because you gotta appreciate the older stuff to know where you're going, I think, in my opinion. So a lot of men are just hopping on trends thinking, oh, this is popular. They don't even know where it's come from. Some
But
men
that's
don't
it.
even know Joe's from Chicago, how mad it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a
Some
mad
just
thing,
walkers.
innit? It's a mad thing out here, like, bro. But you see that point of the short music shit, the short tunes and all that.
Yeah.
That's where it goes back to that. Like, that's the same. That mentality is the same mentality that comes from. You see them way there. Like, it's the same thing. It's where it comes from. But what do I know? Do you know what I mean? That's what them man say. So
Yeah.
like, until you prove you're about this, do you know what I mean?
It depends what you
Like,
listen
your
to
opinion's
music.
just your opinion, and everyone's got opinion, and most of people's opinions change like the wind. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Speaking of opinions,
especially in this music industry.
who are some of your favourite producers?
My favourite producers? Oh, wow.
Top 5.
Oh, shit. Yo, fucking hell, I hate you putting me on the spot, guys.
All right, top 3.
Nah, do you know what? I'll go. Hey, my UK one. I've been thinking about my UK one because I was having a debate with my boy the other day. And we was bunning some loud and that. And I was thinking, we was having a proper debate and that. And then, but I'll give you a USA one, innit? My UK. If it was just artists and that, but yeah, Alright, Dr. Dre, innit? Number one. I say Alchemist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh, fucking hell, cuz. Fucking hell, cuz.
Diddy.
No, fuck Diddy's producing skills like that. Like, Diddy's more of like Diddy's like an executive producer type guy. I ain't never known a Diddy beat where he's just produced on his ones.
What's the
like
difference
that.
between executive and
Like, Diddy's more like a director, like an orchestrator, innit? He's kind of like, he is there producing, but he's standing there at the front waving his tongue. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear it.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rather than really pressing any buttons and things like that, like on a DJ Khaled flex and that, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, DJ Khaled.
I was just about to,
He just manages the squad for people. Just say,
Yeah.
you do this. I'm
No,
gonna
like
get
he
him.
could do it like DJ Khaled will come in and he'll say something like, yo, I want the drum to go like boom, 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 or some shit like
Yeah.
that, or like I want some strings to come in and he'll try to do some shit or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know he does some stuff, but like
I guess there's art in that as well. Just
No, of
seeing
course.
what needs to be placed. in
Quincy
certain
Jones is the
places.
same, man. Quincy Jones is one of the best ever, bro. Like
Yeah.
the fucking Michael Jackson shit alone. Do you know what I mean? Let alone all the other stuff.
Michael Jackson stuff still get sampled now. Them
Yeah.
songs that even Marvin Gaye, all them
Yeah, but it's
songs like
taking.
that.
Yeah.
Ain't
Timeless,
no one trying to
man.
pay that. Ain't no one trying to pay that.
Them six
That
figures, it's crazy.
advance on the royalties. The like, do you know what I mean? You see them with, like, they must be charging a bag. You know, when you're trying to use more than 4 seconds of a Michael
Yeah.
Jackson song, brother. You
Yeah,
mad.
yeah.
Your label, bro, I know your A&R and your label's looking at you like, nah, you want me to go and ask them? You're mad. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's like kind of Kanye's thing, boy.
Has that ever been a trouble for you? Like getting stuff cleared? You made such an amazing beat, but you can't get the.
I got something loud to tell you, man. Still, alright, this is a techie one. So I'll be careful because my manager and we spoke about it and stuff. Like,
I think I know what you're on about.
yeah. Alright, so like, long story short, I've gone to Nux's video shoot for Die Hard on his latest project.
Yeah.
Stormzy's on it.
Yeah.
It was a sick video.
So there's a lot of people on the list for the day. Everyone's there. There's a bunch of people there. Like Quankface is there. Jamming smokers and Dank with me. He's calm. Good people. Like, I had a good day and that, innit? So then I seen like JJ, like Stormzy's bodyguard. So my manager spoke to him and this and that. He's like PA for the day and that, and doing bits and bobs. So I gave him some beats. And I wrote down a bit of paper, gave his bodyguard, hooked his bodyguard up with the microwave and that in the green room and shit, so he could get his chicken and that. The guy's savage eating out the fucking food bag. Just the food bag, fam. Just getting rice like at their crisps, fam. With chicken and that, do you know what I mean?
Different breed, man.
So then he's telling me now, Sincere's coming later, innit? So he's like, you pattern Sincere up with some beats as well, make sure you speak to him and this and that, innit? So my manager spoke to him as well and patterned up a couple of things to put in the pipeline. But now, long story short, I've gave the USB over and I've got my beat store. And I made a beat on there like from March 2021. I made this beat. Now, the beat has got a loop on it from like, the loop's available in a couple of places, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I paid like £10, got the loop. Made a beat. The 808 drops on the exact same spot. The loop runs the whole way through. And the only thing that's changed really is there's more sauce on it. It's like my thing, but on steroids.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know if it was lost in translation or so.
What, maybe your thing with someone else's kind of
But I'm
influence on
saying
it?
I pattern man that thing, and
So
then
you're saying
my man's Mal Made Me Dirt comes out, and then the
it's a
thing's
similar
like, bro,
sauce.
I can show you on my phone now, cuz. Do you know what I mean? A video of me in March 2020, I can play you my thing.
So
And
you're
you-
saying you're
obviously,
saying-
I don't know, you can't run it, you can't run Stormzy, but otherwise you have to pay Def Jam and Universal.
Yeah. So they're gonna come for our next, bro.
But obviously for the people on that, I could play my thing.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
my thing is my thing, so they can't really say
You
nothing.
can put it on there.
Yeah, I
Put
can play it
on
from the
there,
speaker or
sure.
something.
Yeah,
Like, I'll
yeah.
turn it on, my battery run out, sorry people, like, do you know what I mean?
You
But,
can put it on there.
yeah,
That's mad,
long
you know.
story short, so yeah, like, it could be a way of that. Also had a situation where I don't know if you know about Pheromones.
Once.
Yeah, like back in the day, but he lost that on a beat, and I nearly got a beat to Sneak Boy where it kind of had a situation sort of back in the day. But other than that, I ain't really had, cause I'm fresh, like, do you know what I mean? Sorry about that.
That's
Like,
cool.
I'm still new to the game. Even though I'm like an older head, I'm still new to the game. Do you know what I mean?
When did you start
as
making
the industry's coming in, like I've been making music, but really putting your foot in the industry. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what have you found like adjusting to being new in the game? Like what's the challenges have you found?
That's new.
Yeah. We like to let the people them know if they're gonna enter, like what, like known good and bad. What's the good and bad of the industry that you've seen so far?
Ooh.
The good and bad. Shit. Bro. Witness a few things at a couple of industry parties and that, like, you can't really.
Just nonsense.
It's just mad things, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I'm saying like when certain man like I've been in an industry party where like I'm telling you, everyone's there, like Skepta's there, Boy Better Knows there, everyone's there, fam. Yeah. My boy's supposed to perform there, he just performed in Greece with like Pagey Cakey. So then he come back there. I swear Dutch Ravelli, this before Dutch Ravelli had his kind of like, do you know what I mean?
Situation, yeah.
Before he kind of got big for a little bit and that, and then before all that mad shit and that. But basically, he weren't even allowed in the rave. You know, the rave was like that.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
You know, them way there. And like, yeah, like, I've seen some mad things. I've seen some bits in the studios as well. And like, a couple man, them are like this, innit? Some man in the studio are like, they were like that above the table, innit? But under the table was to like, do you know what I mean?
Okay. So what have you found like musically in terms of adjusting your sound? Like, how do you feel like you stay true to yourself so far? Or you've had to, do you feel like you have to bend for certain people?
Yeah, I've bent a lot still in ways, but I still stay true to my sound. Like the
Please
artists that
adapt.
I'm working with now, especially like in my kind of area and stuff, and like some in London and stuff, like I've gravitated towards artists that they want my sound. You see what I'm saying? Like I've been caught in that situation where I've been like, I remember I was in a situation. I went to a studio session with Timber.
Okay, I like to
You know, like Potter talks about listen to old school Timber, like Timber, proper Timber, innit? He had that classic mixtape back in the day. So he's come out of jail now, and now he's back on his shit now. Like he's working hard. I got set up with a situation, got on session there. Do you know what I mean? Like them ones there, like you know when you're in the shit and you're in the zone of like you've wanted to be there.
Yeah.
And you're in there, and now when the lights are on, it's time to perform. Do you know what I mean? And so, like, I'm making a beat on the train on the way up there, and I wasn't sure on is this his sound?
break that down though, making a beat on the train.
Like, bro, I could have made the beat 4 days before, patterned. Like, his managers rang me saying, yo, I want like 30, 40 beats.
Yeah.
So I patterned like 30, 40 beats in a folder. I've gone up there, my man's said, yo, come up this time, we'll pick you up from here, da-da-da. So now I'm on the train now, and I'm thinking I should have made him that other beat. So I thought, fuck it, just whipped up the laptop, started making the beat, headphones on.
I respect it.
Yeah, mad thing, bro.
I thought beats had to come into being in some studio and some lab and just get working, but you're saying you can do it.
Bro, we got
portably.
cooking, fam.
Yeah.
Got
it
cooking,
was like
fam.
that still.
Fucking Southwest Wi-Fi and that.
That Wi-Fi's dodgy as well.
Trust me,
yeah.
God.
Looking
No,
at
it
beats
really
and
is.
Trust me,
Snap
fam, I
back
had to
and
keep
popping
saving,
that
I had to
Wi-Fi.
keep saving and that, especially when I was trying to fucking tone up and pitch the 808 and that, and EQ it and that. It was a bit
That
mad.
Wi-Fi's mad, especially
Going
how
through
long
tunnels
tickets
and
the
that.
inspectors
Yeah.
from. It's long, fam.
Trust me,
You know what
bro.
I'm saying, bro? That Wi-Fi.
When did you
Pattern
start
the beat.
making beats?
Oh, do you know what? I started proper making beats, yeah, probably about, seriously, like thinking, like, I really love fucking making beats, but I wanted to make beats since I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like, I got put in foster care for a bit when I was little. So then, like, when I was in foster care, I was like, I used to be in some weird little system, like, on some council thing where, like,
Yeah.
it's like poor people foster care, innit? So like you like go to one family for a week, so I touch them out. Go one family for a week and then you go to another family for a week or something, innit?
Right.
And then they get a little bag for looking after you and that. And then like this one kid, they used to go there like, I think I went there twice. Basically, there was like it was boring, innit? I was bored. I don't know these lot. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like 7, 8 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then next thing I see, he's got this fucking, there's like some drawing program. He goes, oh, you like art and all this and that. Yeah, that's, you know when they fill out their little form of social worker and they give it to him and some bullshit and that.
Yeah.
His favourite colours, whatever, blah. You know what I mean?
Mm.
I've looked at the art thing, I thought, bun the art thing, bruv. What's this thing? I see some music thing on there. I've clicked it in, yeah, and I thought, oh. I've had a little dodgy look around and that. No one's in the room and that. I found the CD-ROM, fam. Put the CD-ROM in and that. But the beat making programs, I don't even remember what it was called, fam. I just started fucking around with this thing, figured out how to make a beat then. Do you know what I mean?
What time was
I
it?
was just like-
What year? What year?
Bro, I was like fucking 8 years old.
That organic moment just sparked
Bro,
off
and
the
then
whole journey, bro.
Yeah, and I like my mum bought me like when I was like 12 years old and that. I remember she bought me like a couple of albums and that, and I wasn't allowed to listen to like the Chronic or shit and shit like that. And Marshall Mathers LP till I was like 12 or some shit. But I had it was ready loaded in the plastic there on top of the stereo, innit, for years, for like about a year and a bit or something.
Yeah.
Like she wasn't really sure on it and that, innit. She was like, go on. Bust it to my next minute. I'm getting albums all the time and that. When the HMV times and them times there.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. And then from there, I think from then, really 2010, 2009, I started slapping out beats. And then that's why I didn't come out straight away. Because I really wanted to hone my craft, innit. Like I'm really
So you didn't
about
put
this.
out any of your early music?
No, I did a couple of bits with some people and that, like Shout Out Funky and that, a couple of like local guys and that. Like, do you know what I mean? Been in a couple of VIPs with guys and, you know, after parties where the man have been like, play your beat, and a couple of like blue ticks have been rapping on the beat in the after party. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Good for
Good little
confidence, though,
vibes
isn't
and
it?
that. Yeah, let man know that man can.
You're coming though, isn't it, mate?
Yeah.
You're there, fam.
And if they can appreciate it, then, bro, my man must appreciate it. And if my man down the road don't appreciate it, then bun my man anyway. Do you know what I mean? I'm about this.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
How do you think music, growing up, how important was that for you in terms of like just mental health and just keeping yourself focused, or how important was that, or was it like a distraction, or did you use it as?
Bro, I'm like a scatterbrain, innit, you man? Like I'm like a 10 tabs open at the same time, innit? Got Spotify open, fucking open.
Chaotic. Like,
Yeah, bro, do you know what I mean? And fucking phone dinging, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But with me, it's like from young, I just thought it was just a comfort thing, innit? Does that make sense? Like, that makes sense? Like sound to me and like, do you know what I mean? Like sound could be the most annoying thing to me as well if it's not done properly. Like say if someone was outside the gaff, like say you was hungover or something, so mad thing, and someone was just like, that would drive me mad.
Yeah.
But you see if that was a snare. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's mad, fam. Yeah, like I'm just, like music to me, like obviously everyone's had their issues and hard times and stuff like that. But music's really got me through a lot of stuff, like, and I realised when I was young, like sometimes I wasn't really fucking with the TV and fucking with this and that. Like, man used to tape fucking the radio from cassette days and that. And record man's little mixtapes and that, and like I used to put on a DMX album and just sit and listen to my man's album for fucking hour and 40 minutes, whatever, and then fucking play a second album, then think, yeah, fuck it, put on next man's album, let me, what, say nothing, and that Raekwon album's supposed to be a classic, I ain't heard that, let me go get that and fucking listen to that and then just sit there, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that was man's flex, do you know what I mean?
You know about Raekwon?
Like, obviously man's done other things, like I played basketball for a bit, I've done like a bit of art and things like that, do you know what I mean? Done like, you know, 9 to 5s and things like that, but music was always that thing that was like just, do you know what I mean, conscious, and you know, everyone else is just like, nah, that's when you're in your, do you know what I mean? you can tell that's when you're in your zone. Do you know what I mean?
It's deep because I think with sound you can't touch it, innit? So it's deep.
Bro, rumour is sounds out of universe was created, bro. Big Bang and that. So, do you know what I mean? Sounds special, man. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds.
Do you know what I mean? Sound brings people together.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Did you think
even
about
little
that?
things.
Like people say different frequencies affect your mood and
Yeah.
different frequencies like...
Now, I tell you another little thing. Like, obviously, I'm a weeder, innit? So I bum weed, like, do you know what I mean? But, like, obviously, conspiracy theories aside and all that, like, you see, like, churches and that, and fucking temples and shit.
Yeah.
And, you know, they got, like, certain patterns in, like, you see, like, the stained glass windows and shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, before they put glass in them, being Dinlos and that, the reason that they were put like that is because, you know, like, certain frequencies of sound. That's how it appears on a microscope. Does that make sense? Or whatever we watch it on or whatever.
Right.
Does that make sense? So you say, like, you did a certain frequency.
Yeah.
That certain frequency is, like, say you put it on a bit of paper.
Yeah.
And then you put it up on the wall. That's what that stained glass windows pattern would be like.
Okay.
So you see, like, the healing sound. You see, like, the humming and the hymns and temples and this and that. It's a deep thing, man. Like, do you know what I mean?
That is deep.
Like,
Wow,
sounds a lot, man. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I think
There's
the
a
way
reason, like,
people
some
do
people just gravitate towards it more than others, isn't it? But
Yeah, but I
That's
think
my
it's just
flip.
sometimes a way of if you're like an analytical person, I feel like you naturally, it's a good trait to have while you're when you're just listening to music, innit? Because I think music, there's people coming from certain backgrounds, different backgrounds, and it affects how they release their music, innit? And I
Yeah.
think it takes a certain mind to want to understand where that comes from and want to learn more about different sounds, because learning more about different sounds, being open-minded in itself, innit?
yeah, that's what makes certain producers more than beat makers as well.
Yeah.
Like, you see, like me, I'll listen to fucking, I don't know, violin loops for fucking 40 minutes smoking some loud.
Yeah.
Just trying to hear that 1, 4, 5 seconds or something, or 6 seconds, maybe 9 seconds.
That can
to throw
spark
on a
a...
loop that's fire.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, some man don't do that. Like, do you know what I mean? I'll listen to some brass instrumentation or some fucking, do you know what I mean? Like, it's like, I grew up, like, listening to, like, not only that, you're trying to figure out how, you know, when people sample stuff,
Yeah.
how did you get in that mind frame or that bag to even keep hold of that thought of that part of the song where you could flip that into something else?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like,
I always
trying
find
to
that
do that.
crazy, like Metro Boomin, Zaytoven, these guys,
man,
like,
like, smashing it up.
they will find
Smashing
the
it
most
up.
obscure little sample, and then they won't even, you know, put the sample in as is. They might reverse it, and then, like, it's crazy how you can have an ear for stuff like that, innit? Where you can know that, raw, this would sound cold if you reversed it and toned it down, this, that, and, like, it's fascinating to
think
me.
of that.
It's
Because the art of
fascinating.
creating a song is mad as well, like, just to think, oh, this hook just sounds sick, so...
To create a beat.
You create a beat,
You're like
yeah, bro.
modern day, you know, Beethoven and Mozart, and a lot of people that hate rap, they would say, "Oh, what? That's sacrilege! How dare you say that?" But it's true. You can't all just be playing piano nowadays.
It's just the package that it comes with.
yeah,
If someone
yeah.
comes with a quote-unquote raw package, there are
Bro, you
people
see,
that
like,
people
man, like
won't
Bricks
take
the
to it.
Main
Yeah.
and that.
Huh?
You see, like, Bricks the Main. Heard of Bricks the Main? A big boy producer. Put it this way, he's one of them type of producers, like, I think he sprained his ankle falling off a ladder trying to hang up some plaques in his mansion. You know that? Like, because, you know, like,
Suffering from success, bro.
like, you can move him out the hood, but the hood's still in him, innit? He could pay man to do that, but he's gonna hang it himself.
Yeah.
You know the way there, like, it's bro, like, at the end of the day, yeah, I think most guys, like, when it comes to this producer thing, you either want to create art or you're just trying to make money.
Yeah.
Like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, I like, you see, like, now I'm trying to make something like classic. Like, it's not even just like people just make music. They're like originally something capturing on YouTube. Do you know what I mean? Slap something on GRM. Here's a 350 GRM bill. Here's a fucking 5-6 bill video. Call your brethren. Just do the same shit my man was doing instead of fucking doing something for the culture.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'm really trying to...
From a pure place.
I grew up listening to for whole fucking albums.
I must still do, bro.
But nowadays, how rare is it? Like, the latest thing that's came out right now, like, obviously there's been mad albums coming out, you know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Pete, come on, I don't want to say no names because I don't want to miss no names.
Yeah.
But like, say like latest like this week, like I got an EP coming out. I ain't trying to drop it the same fucking week K-Trap's coming.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
See, but K-Trap's one of them ones that he might be in his real bag for what he's doing. That might be one of them ones where he's turning up the temperature on them, man. They're not gonna be like, bruv, we might have to hold this one back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just go see another engineer quick or something. Like, do you know what I mean?
But yeah, listening to whole albums is a dying thing. Like I'm seeing people just because it's been slapped in playlists now. All the best songs are slapped in playlists.
Yeah.
And, they
And
get
like
the
you were
big
saying on
features.
Apple Music, with the little star next to
Yeah, they're telling you what you
telling you
like
what's
now.
the best song.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
How
normally
do
that's
you
like
know?
the most like, you know, like sometimes that can't even be the best song.
no, yeah,
Sometimes
it'll be the
that's
most
like-
played.
No, it's
Yeah,
subjective.
the most played or the
Yeah.
most clicked because
Yeah.
that was the most like.
That has
what's the
two
word,
big
like-
names or something, like two big artists are on it.
Or maybe the way they was holding the mouse or holding their phone or something in their hand, that was the most convenient one to click first. Like,
Yeah.
You see them
Yeah.
way there,
Big
like.
facts.
Yeah.
'Cause, yeah, you don't know.
It's-
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Could be the
If you
name,
think
could be
about
anything.
The artist, if you think about any artist, like their most known song, it probably isn't their best song.
Yeah,
Like, I
you
don't
posted-
know.
yeah,
I don't know
yeah,
what artists
yeah.
like, I think.
Like people like Central C and shit like that, they fall under like Young Ads and all them,
100%.
man. They get that
100%.
shit all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Obsessed
DBE
with
for
You is not my
sure.
favourite Central C
DBE
song.
for sure.
Yeah.
Or
100%.
DB, like their songs that are home poissoir, like that's not really that's not my favourite song from DB.
Yeah.
Bad tunes on that tape, but no
Yeah.
one really knows about it like that.
Yeah,
'Cause
exactly.
You really got to be having the patience to actually sit through and take it in. Do you get what I'm saying?
And then
Yeah.
you can say that again, like someone like Chipmunk, that's like his whole career and that, like, so unless you're like a real fan, like some of the real gold and that, don't even get no
You got
like
my own
that song
and
because
them
sometimes it's so saturated and that.
Mm.
So it's like, it's hard also, you trying to figure out meeting that middle ground of like, of where you measure your success. Do you know what I mean? As far as like, I don't know, as a producer, where your like your revenue from your beats or your studio times, or how well like the artists that you're working with are doing.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
But I know if you chase, it's really called chasing money, and that money never runs out, innit? So you should be chasing that forever. But in regards to that,
I'd be doing this without the money, bro.
exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like, and labels always
Man,
say
be doing it for
they
something
want
to do, blood.
to
Yeah.
make the artist like a copy of what's going on now. But the artists that really smash it are the ones that just do their own thing. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? The
Yeah.
ones that they always say, yeah, we're gonna link you, have you look like the next rapper, but. Example, the artists that really smash it come different. Look at Central C just came different, fam.
Yeah.
You know
Bro,
what I'm saying?
whole of Europe. The whole of Europe.
dressed
The
like
whole
belt
world,
dressed
bro.
like
The
him,
whole
bro.
world.
Everybody
Whole of
rocking
Europe.
trap star because
Yeah,
of him. You
yeah.
get
The
me?
whole of Europe
Sound
dressed like him,
mad,
but like
innit?
it's crazy the videos I see of him in Australia getting swarmed by fans.
Yeah, my man's from
Australia, other
Shepherd's
side of the
Bush.
world.
Australia, bro.
Ain't that where he's from? Shepherd's Bush, like where them ways.
Yeah, West London.
Yeah,
Crazy.
bro. He's doing his thing, man. Big up
It's
Central C.
crazy,
He's
yeah.
doing his
Legacy
thing.
is mad. Speaking of difference, though, your album cover or EP cover, sorry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to
mad
ask
thing.
you about that.
Yeah, because that's
Yeah,
a
mad
whole
thing.
different. I ain't seen someone approach something like that. So obviously we're gonna have it. We're gonna have it on the screen somewhere and on Neural Time.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah,
Shout out to Nuria Pascal as
shout out
well.
to Pascal. She'll have it.
You'll
there
see it down
somewhere.
there. I wanted to ask, what's the significance of some amazing bodies of work like Konnichiwa, Conflict of Interest, Training Day 2, Can't Stop, Won't Stop? Why feature those on your album cover?
Yeah, man. So basically, yeah, the concept and idea behind it all is like those are just projects that I really highly respect, and they made an impact on like the way man grew up and that. Do you know what I mean? Like some projects are older than others and some are newer to now because obviously they're closer to the sound of what I made. Like
I'm gonna get that album cover, EP cover up.
yeah, man.
Yeah, from reference.
Like there's meaning behind it, just the name behind it, even the fact of what the image and everything like that behind it. There's a reason, innit? Some people just look at it and be like, what's going on?
Yeah.
But that's a good thing.
But when they deep it,
They're
but
it's
either way,
unique.
they're gonna notice.
Yeah,
the thing.
exactly. It's
And
nothing like they've ever seen.
Notice the thing because man's
Yeah.
got something for you lot to hear.
Because I'm thinking, I'm seeing Skinny Man Potter.
Skinny Man as well, yeah.
Skinny
Like-
Man album's fucking classic, bro.
Yeah.
Like Skinny Man
Nothing
don't get his
rhymes with
juice.
orange.
Like if Skinny Man came out nowadays and had the type of flex that he'd be more.
He doesn't get talked about enough, I don't think.
Nah, not at all. Not at all. That album's fucking classic.
I'm interested in the title.
So yeah, the name, is that Eminem?
Nah, but he has mentioned stuff like that. I mean,
Yeah.
Game mentioned something like that with his new diss track to him. Crazy thing, mad thing.
Oh, the game.
Another conversation.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically, it's like, you know, like in life, innit, you kind of talk like it's like black and white and there's no grey, or that is black and white and that's grey, whatever. And then at the same time, it could be like you got to read between the lines to really see what's going on. You see what I'm saying? It's like orange, nothing rhymes with orange, is like, you know, like the fruits of your labour and all that, right? But it's like nothing rhymes with orange means like, can words rhyme with orange? You see, like certain man like Eminem and Red have been like, oh, door hinge and this and hinge and blah blah blah. Yeah. Yeah, and depending on how you're saying it with your accent and your tone and it can kind of work and this and that, depending on your understanding and how you're receiving what you're hearing. Now, that's the same thing with life and understanding life and other people and other. Do you see what I'm saying? And for you to come back on top and like, I'm not gonna say, oh, I've been through this, I've been through that, but in my mind, in my heart, I've been through things that have obviously affected me and how like I've had to climb and grow through things, as many people have. But that mindset is the type of mindset that helped you, you know, keeping you on track, keeping you on your shit, keeping you on job, innit? Do you know what I mean? Even when the chips are down. You see what I'm saying? Like, reload, go get the new bag. Do you know what I mean? Like, pattern up. Because ain't no one trying to feel sorry for you for too long, bro.
Yeah, life goes on, man.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Got to pattern up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, keep spinning.
Yeah.
But you have it, nothing rhymes with orange.
So, like,
interesting one still.
yeah, basically, the EP was like, I worked on it for like 3 years. Maybe more. But I probably made it about 5 times as well.
Perfectionist.
But I made just this summer.
Right.
I've made 200 songs with artists this summer.
200?
Yeah.
Fucking hell, man.
No, I'm about this life, bro. Like people think they work in there, but I'm talking with like the first mixer master on all of them as well. Like you might need another mixer master. Sometimes it could take you 4 mixes.
That's
Pay
work
attention
though,
to
man.
detail.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but like,
that's
you see what I'm
good,
saying?
bro.
All of
Yeah.
them have got a first mixer master on them.
Yeah.
200 of them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And maybe more.
Yeah.
I might have 60 with one artist alone. You know what I mean? And like I ain't stopping. Like you see, like this is just me coming out that gate. Like this ain't my project. This is my first debut project, but it's not my project to be like, oh, this is what I got for you, man. Understand? I'm saying this is the welcome present for the party. You know when you get to the door
Yeah.
and they give you a little gift at the door.
Yeah.
This is that.
A little taster.
Yeah, this is just that.
Okay.
You know them way there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Like,
it started that well because it's like the whole album title is like the albums that kind of you've grown up listening to or just love now. So you're kind of introducing them to your sound in a way.
Yeah.
And then the next thing, straight, like we getting like we're with you on board in a way in the journey and things like that. So it makes sense still how you done it.
It's like
still.
thank you, bro. I mean, it's like say like some of the songs.
Yeah.
Even the stuff that people were saying on the songs, they resonate with me and my life and my outlook and see what I'm saying? They ain't just chatting their own shit. See what I'm saying? Like there's deepness to it as well.
So
if you just read between it, you'd be like, oh, I can see why you've done that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I was gonna ask you. So do you, like, it sounds like
You get this at AU, huh?
the process behind picking the artists that are on your album was like it took a lot of time. Like it wasn't something that you were like, oh, that's my boy. Oh, I gotta get you on.
Yeah, H took man time, fam. Took man a long time. Fucking hell, bro.
There's some big names on there. Like I know about Chimney.
For like our area, like we are the Atlanta of the UK. Like I'm gonna say
Explain
that
that
now.
though.
We're gonna be the Atlanta of the UK. We've got artists down here that are extremely capable, and that certain heads and like certain podcast people and certain A&Rs and blog writers and will know about certain heads and that, and they're bubbling a little bit.
Not to put anyone
they
against
got-
each other, but what do you think Southampton has? Because me and H are from it, but like,
Yeah.
what do you say Southampton has, like, opposed to the other cities in the UK? What's different about it? So,
Actually, Bristol's got their team.
yeah,
They got a couple guys starting a bubble and that. But it's like Bristol's been left alone for a long time. Do you see what I'm saying? Brighton as well. I mean, you got certain man like obviously Ardy's from Brighton. Like Ardy's, you know what I mean? Me and Jojo Studio, they work together. They do bits, absolute bits. Like congratulations to them, man.
flying right now.
Yeah, jet planes. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know. I'd say like most. I don't know. I would basically say, yeah, when it comes to most of these guys trying to do bits, at the end of the day, when it comes to like, I don't know. I'll just say that. Do you know what? I'll pass on it. Because my opinion will stretch into another one. And I don't want my manager to be like, nah.
But the music
Do you know
will be
what I
the talking, innit?
Yeah.
Like,
I'll think, because you know what I mean? I'll get a text or something. Later, he'll hear back or something and be like, nah. I'll just leave that one.
yeah.
For my own reasons.
So talk on your manager. Like, how did you guys end up meeting up, and how has he helped your career?
I'll tell you what, yeah. We met a few times, this and that. He had a few connections. Spoke about music a lot. Spoke about just creating and videography and films and all that, and just our genuine connection, innit? Like, so he's a man of morals. Like, just a blessing to be around, innit? Like, just a good person. Just. Yeah, man, it just felt natural, and it wasn't like no mad thing. It was just normal. And then we thought, just make this happen. Like, he came to me with some artist. I said, yo, my man, this artist here, he wants a video. Do you want to pattern him? Do you know what I mean? He's patterned him. We thought we kept doing it. He was like, let's do something. He already had his flex.
Yeah.
So he was like, bro, I don't want you to come help me build my flex. I want you to help me build our flex.
Okay.
Do you see what I'm saying? So then he was like, listen, I got some paperwork for you. The office is in London. Here's the office. This is the lady. This lady needs a phone call with you. You have to tell the financial person. You're director now. And then I'm going to manage you. Here's the deal. Here's the paperwork. I jumped at it, man. Weren't no sweat. I mean, I spoke to a few people before, like Universal Music Group. Had Atlantic fucking on me for a little bit. Had another guy who did Alex the Kid. Don't know if you know, heard of him.
I haven't
He
heard
had
of that.
produced I Need a Doctor with Dr. Dre and that.
Oh, banger.
He helped produce that.
Banger.
I think he's from Camden.
okay.
But he lives in America. He went out Halle Berry for a little bit. Big up Alex the Kid.
Big up Alex the Kid, bro.
He went out Halle Berry for a piece. Sorry, Alex, I ain't trying to blaze your thing, bro.
Makes
See what I mean? Dry snitching and that. Allow me, fam. Allow me.
But it seems like you got a good organic connection, your manager.
Yeah, man, he's just good. He just had it natural in it. Like, not everyone could be a manager. Do you know? He's a good talker.
Yeah.
Like, you could put him on the phone and like he could talk like you know, like anyone could be arguing on the phone or say this and that, or there was a dispute, or there isn't a dispute, or something's been miscommunicated or something like that. He's the guy. Do you know what I mean? Like, not only that, like, he's just organised like that. Like, you know, and he has his ear is like, is very rare.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, he won't bullshit you either.
Okay.
Like, plenty of times he gets onto me, innit? Gets onto me. You two was onto me before, but I'm here. Like, do you know what I mean?
You need someone to show you the good and bad.
Exactly. You need someone to not be a yes man, innit? And get onto you. Like.
And he's got genuine connections as well in the industry that he will seek revenues and avenues to work with. But at the same time, he won't just be like, oh, brown nose man, just to get somewhere, innit?
Yeah.
It has to make sense.
Yeah. It has to be a genuine connection.
Yeah, it has to make sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
And everything that we've had, like, say I've had a session with an artist and it hasn't gone to what I want it to be, or it's been calm, there's been a slapper been made, but like, it just wasn't the vibe that I wanted it to be, or wasn't the setting that it was supposed to be, or something. And then he would have already preed that before.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? And I would have been like, nah, be calm, mate, be calm. And he'd be like, remember I told you, innit? Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But then afterwards, he ain't gonna be like, remember what I told you? He'd be like, alright, bruv, this is how we pattern up next time, da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
Or he'd be like, is the way far as you want the stems, or is that patterned up? Alright, that's calm then. What are you saying to Noah then? What are you saying? You wanna go get some food? Like, do you know what I mean? It's normal stuff. Like,
Yeah.
did you watch such and such? That's my people's.
And it's interesting that you said you chose to go with him rather than these big names like Warner, Atlantic.
Bro, like, Atlantic didn't have nothing on the table for man, innit? You know when they're just fucking dangling the carrot out in front of you?
Yeah.
Like, and you're fucking following it. Like, on some dumb shit. So, like,
I hear it.
like, I wasn't really trying to do none of that either. Like, I've even had fucking Rodney Jerkins, like, you know, Dark Child.
Yeah.
I think I've heard that name, yeah.
Dark Child was, he's one of the baddest producers ever.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean? Especially R&B and shit. Crazy. Like, if you put his shit in Google, you'd be like, oh my days.
Do you rock with R&B?
Yeah, of course. My girl's an R&B singer. Nate, big up Nate. Like, yeah, like R&B, I'm working with a new artist now called Layla Rain, who's like probably the best unsigned artist, female artist in the UK.
Not gonna lie, man, you played that snippet to us, innit, that little bit, and I was feeling it. That was hard. That was hard. I like
Bro,
that.
that ain't even that, bro. That there's a few more that I've got. Like,
That was energy.
before we go, I won't play it on the mic, and that she'll be pissed. I remember one time I put up something on a story and that she was vexed, so I had to take it down.
No,
Oh, I
R&B
do
in
that
the
now
UK needs
anyway.
to just be there properly, man. With some good.
Yeah, the R&B's been peak. Like, there's who's that girl that Nate listens to? No, she had the tune when they were on in the video, and they were in like the laundrette.
I'm not too sure on that one.
Maya Craig. Well, I think Maya Craig is like one of the best. She's really underrated and like under the radar. Like, not many people know about her, and that she's had spins on Radio 1 and all that on extra and that. But Maya Craig, if anyone wants to check out some UK R&B, obviously Nade's music's popping as well. She's due to drop some stuff. She's got an EP coming. Me and my girl. But Layla, she's got some stuff coming. But I'm telling you now, if you want someone who's out and got some stuff like GRM and this and that, Maya Craig. I'm telling you now, if you want some UK R&B that people ain't, that is the shit.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
She's
For
the
sure.
shit.
For
I
sure.
rate the fact that you don't care, that you can big the people up around you. And
Yeah, come
there's
on,
a lot
bro.
of people, they don't want to do that because it's like a pride thing, a jealousy, an ego
It's a mad
thing.
thing.
But you can big up the people around you. It doesn't take
Always.
no shine off you, innit? And
Yeah.
it's just like,
It's crazy, isn't it? Like
good
people would rather wear Nike in that over their boy's brand. or like they'd rather listen to
it's
to
techie,
Drake
innit?
over their boys' music.
Yeah, bro, it's techie. Do you know what?
But then if Drake, okay, the music thing, send me hear it. I send me hear it because it's Drake. Or like, if Chris Brown, my boy is singing. I'm
Okay,
listening
no,
to
if it's
both.
any established artist,
But
and then your boy who
When
can.
promoting it is different. If you're promoting Chris Brown over your boy's music,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
read
yeah.
you.
Yeah, but obviously some of them man putting in 250,000 things, and then obviously if they want you man to share it and that, like sometimes the man them got to hold it down, innit?
Yeah, the man
Do you know what I mean?
for sharing it,
Yeah.
the man them should be there.
It's free.
Whatever.
It
If they
costs
don't,
nothing.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
But it's like they should do it in it.
Yeah.
But it's like if they don't do it, no one knows me nothing. I'm moving it. But it's just like
I hear it, but like
doesn't listen to it, fam. Man can't tell me to listen to
I don't
Drake
know,
over
man.
my
I hear it, but at the same time, it's like, bro, if you're gonna, I don't know, man. You're gonna post a little snippet of No Jumper on your story and say, oh, facts, yeah, these guys nailed this point. But like, if you're not gonna listen to nothing that we say, and you're not gonna, like, we
Really
might be
know
saying
it.
some realness on
Yeah,
here.
really
Like,
know it. Yeah.
But you can't be surprised what the people move like, man. If someone's not, I don't expect nothing from people like that. Even though it's my bridge, maybe that's a bad thing on me. But I'll be like, someone don't post, I'm like, alright, cool, innit? Like, whatever, innit?
yeah,
No, but a lot of people like they wait to jump on the clout wagon, innit?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
when
you
you're
just read it
popping,
from
they'll be
far,
like,
innit?
yo, I've been telling you from day you were hard, you
Them
know.
man.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, them man slimy. They don't want slimy, but
Yeah.
you
Them
there,
man.
they're easy to clock.
Them the man that always trying to fucking get twos on your zoot and that. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I'm dead.
There's only
Sometimes,
one
man,
question that like really gets to me in it. Yo, do you think I can hit that?
bruv, here's the thing, roll your own thing, bruv. Fuck you now, bruv. We're grown, bruv. We
It's
ain't
cost of
fucking
living
14
nightmare. I
hurried
can't-
around the corner now and
Nah,
that.
they're around the corner.
Do you know what I mean, bruv? A zoot between 6 man and that.
Yeah, man, we're not in year
You're
10 anymore,
germaphobe,
innit? Thank God for that.
And I'm a germaphobe as well.
Shake man's hand because.
Yeah, you see, after this COVID
Yeah.
thing and that, I'm a madman like that.
No, I do hear that.
Tick, don't kill me.
I don't mind, innit, bruv? I do, like, I get gritty, whatever. I'm not like on no, like, do you know what I mean? But at the same time, yeah, I'm an alcohol germ guy. Like, alcohol gel, bad for it, bro. Like, I'll be like that. And then 2 minutes later, I'll walk out the shop, do the same thing again, fam. Just because the lady put some coins in my hand. She gave me the coins, I put them in my own pocket, but now I need to get some more gel and that.
Speaking of COVID, what was
So-
COVID like on music though? Like you making music, how did that
Bruv, I
turn
made
your
another
impression?
200 songs in COVID. And I made over 400 beats in COVID.
Fair enough. Man.
You have to,
you
bro.
have it. Yeah, you have
Then
it.
to what else was man supposed to do? I was just bunning loud.
You ever catch it?
Do you know what? If we had them conspiracy theories again, I've got them back on the conspiracy theories.
Hey, listen, we're not trying to get deleted off YouTube and Spotify and it. Like, you know how it, you know how it goes. innit?
No, but like they said, if you smoke bare loud, and you won't catch it.
Yeah,
one
yeah.
of them,
You
man.
know what?
No, but you have to smoke a certain amount of
Yeah,
loud.
yeah.
I heard
Because you
about
have
that
to
one
have
still.
certain
So
amount
you
of
haven't caught it?
cannabinoids in your bloodstream.
Yeah.
For apparently, if you have a certain level of cannabinoids in your bloodstream, for some people, the spike proteins or some shit can't fuse to your cells or something like that. So you don't. So then the COVID float around and you piss out or whatever. I don't
Right.
know. I ain't no fucking whatever. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But tutus now, I even slept with my girl, fam, while she had COVID. I didn't catch COVID, bruv.
Bro, I did a test,
Twice.
yeah, with my mum on the same table, and I did a test for her, I did my test.
Yeah.
And it came back, and she was positive, I was negative.
Yeah.
It doesn't make no sense.
I hear you. And you're
But-
right there.
Yeah, I'm right there, like,
Yeah.
I did your test for you, and then I did
Yeah.
my test, I didn't wash my
You're
hands.
breathing on in my hand and
Bro,
all
yeah,
that,
we've
like-
been living together before and after, so, and I'm alright, and you're not. I don't get it.
I'm
But-
humble because COVID mashed me up from. So I'm staying humble. This
Bro, but I might have caught it. I might have caught it.
Yeah,
bro. I might have caught. I wasn't really sure. Like, but every time I did the test, I was fucking negative, bro.
I
yeah.
felt like I had a horse's leg on my chest, bro. That was insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I was walking through town centre, you know, by like where Guildhall is. Bro. I was
Yeah,
walking,
yeah.
I'm feeling like, and you know, you can't even
That's
say to
quite
no
open
one.
there as
Yeah.
well, area
Yeah,
as
you
well.
can't even say to no one. That's how I'm feeling. I'm gonna get tested now, innit? So I'm just walking like this. I'm thinking if anyone knows I'm on right now, they're running from me.
Yeah,
You know what
bro.
I'm
I
saying?
feel like patient
Crazy.
zero.
Pressure.
It killed the city, bro. It killed, like, it was...
Shut everything down.
Yeah.
Fucked up.
St.
A lot of
Mary's
people's
changed.
money.
That was one place I noticed changed a lot. That strip changed a lot over lockdown.
Shop, like certain,
What do you mean?
certain businesses don't.
It wasn't the
don't-
same.
ain't there no more,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
exist.
Yeah,
Oh,
Variety.
yeah,
Shout out to
yeah,
Variety.
Yeah, big up Variety, big up Del, man. Tyrone MC's brother. Do you know what I mean?
Big up RP Oceano.
R.I.P. to Oceana, yeah. I didn't really like it too much, but can't diss
Yeah,
the
It's
dead,
an
innit?
iconic part of this.
I can't diss the dead,
ruined
innit?
it. Nah, they
R.I.P.
ruined. Them man ruined Oceana. Them man ruined it. Oceana used to bang still.
The bouncers ruined it. I
We're
think.
not coming for union now.
The man way too much ego.
That's bouncers in
sick of it.
England though. Anyway, they always try and move. That's what I'm like clubbing from. Not coming.
Some of them are nice. Shout out to Duncan. If you guys know Duncan,
Yeah, I know you're on about Duncan.
yeah, but he's a nice guy. And shout out to Duncan. Bro. If you're
There's a
watching
few
this,
nice
club
clubs
is
out
that?
there, man.
Switch.
Carl's alright as well. Like, Parfait. There's a few man that are alright and that, but there's
Yeah.
some man that fucking
Come there.
didn't know,
Eagle.
bro. Some man that didn't know, bro. And some fucking some toy cop Power Ranger thing, bro.
You know the man that got bullied in school, they just take it out.
yeah, and
bro,
then went to the
top
gym,
left man and
got
that.
jacked, and they're saying, "No, I'm not taking no shit now.
And some
I'm
of
not
them man
letting
ain't
no
even
one into
jacked,
this
fam.
club."
Some of them man ain't even jacked. Do you know what I mean?
Roidheads.
Yeah,
I
a lot of
got
clubbers, yeah,
my
bro.
man's little brother down the road, fucking when he had a new bro. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you try to talk all the smoke and that, but at the end of the day, it's the same shit, innit? It's like it's the same shit as the internet and that, and people being on their phones and this and that, and people don't think they're gonna get punched in their mouth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the
Yeah.
end of the day, nowadays, again, it's all that fucking
You got
political,
That was loud, bro,
fucking
yeah.
millennial, cotton wool, everything, innit? So, like, you gotta speak to these people nowadays, or you just gotta walk away, cuz, do you know what I mean? Otherwise, you gotta do the charge, blood. Do you know what I mean? You gotta walk away and keep it passive, innit? Keep it normal for
But,
these, but.
Yeah, man. Just to wrap this one up, like, what songs am I looking out for this project? Like, what song is like, oh, like goosebumps? Like, what?
Do you
what's
know
that
what?
song?
It depends what your flavour is, man. Like, if you're feeling like a J. Cole vibe, I've got a few joints for you there, innit?
Yeah.
If you're feeling a
Potter vibe.
feeling a Potter vibe, then boy, there's a couple of slappers there for you still. If you want that kind of jumpy, like Meeksy vibe, there's a little vibe there. That you got it's a little selection, it's a little vibe. It's like all it is, it just blends. It's only 7. It's a little light
I like
work
that
just
though.
to give you a little.
Not too long.
Yeah.
Like, it nearly went up to 14, and I was like, that shit, that's like an album.
Man,
Manager
7, he
was
says the
like,
Yeah.
welcome present in it, so make it welcome in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, man.
Make it 7 in it.
Nah, I'm gonna drop another couple videos. We got some plans. We've got a listening party coming up.
Listening
You man come to the listening party. I'll pack you man with some
100%, bro, yeah.
with some AU, some alcohol, some oranges.
What are
It's only
oranges
right,
there,
man.
Give you man some pizza though. Give you man
It's only
something.
right.
Oranges,
I'll
no
pack you man
banana,
up.
fire
Do you know
for
what I
banana,
mean?
but yeah, I'm saying.
We're still working out the dates and that. It's gonna be at Orange Rooms itself.
Oh man, it's only right.
yeah, man.
It's only
We're gonna
right.
pack,
I
man.
didn't
It's only right.
This guy's brand is on point.
I rate that so highly. That's hard.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
hard.
well,
Yeah,
It's only right, man.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
only
yeah,
right.
yeah, man. Shout out your socials as well, man.
Yeah, man. We've got some merch coming as well, but it's not going to be like any boring like artist merch. I'm a producer and I'm not a rapper. I'm not there busting bars like making man hear my 16.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's going to be like some like stuff for the culture in it. You know, like it'll just make sense. Like the
Yeah,
merch
yeah,
will
yeah.
make sense.
Right.
And it's going to be like GP music groups like owned in it. So it's going to be pattern, man.
Shout out GP Music Group as well.
Yeah,
100%, yeah.
Big
Shout
up
out to GP,
in
bro.
it. And GP we trust and that, innit? No cult thing, blood.
Before you go, shout out, where can they find you and that?
My Instagram, SCountry8.
Yeah,
That's my Instagram.
See
Like,
that down there.
yeah, Nero's got that.
yeah,
song.
SCountry8.
Come on.
I got a link tree where you can find like my beat store, like other stuff or other artists that I work with and stuff. But that's mostly what I work from. Like, unless you get involved with me, if you want to really get involved, then I'm just a DM away, man. I'll check it. Even if you're not in like the general messages and stuff, I'll check the other message, like kind of selection bit, and like within a day or two. Do you know what I mean?
So,
Pattern up on that.
but yeah, thank you for coming, bro.
No, come
Yeah,
on,
bro. This
man.
has
You
been
man
sick,
pattern
bro.
me,
This
man.
is
Come
good
on, bro.
episode, bro.
Nice.
I appreciate it, man. You man
that's
pattern
fine,
me.
man. You know what to check us, man. Nothing but music pod. Nothing but music on YouTube. You get me. Block that Benzo on
Big up.
Instagram. Usain.ma on Instagram. You know it's
That's it, man. And pre-save Nothing Rhymes with Orange, October the 7th.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
The
man.
7th, make sure you're there. Make sure you're grabbing that. Make sure your Spotify subscription's paid so you can run that with no ads. Like, so it's all good.
Come on.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
man.
saying?
Come on,
That,
guys.
so yeah, man, that's that, man.
Yeah, man. Bless up.